Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Project Ozone 3 in Kappa mode. So today, we're going to change gears. The last few episodes, we've been working towards getting our diesel generator powered. We've been trying to get towards a garden cloche so we could automate crop growth, harvesting, all that in the single block. That's just taking way too long. It's taking us down paths that I don't want to go right now. We'll have to do that eventually, but let's kind of move on to something else, huh? So what I want to do is look towards getting ourselves Applied Energistics digital storage. So our storage right now is okay, it does its job, but I definitely want to have everything grouped together into one storage thing, have wireless storage access, and we will also be able to start getting automations up and running. That's the important thing, to start automating things. So I was kind of looking at this. If we look at the ME controller, this guy does require us to have pneumatic craft. It requires us to have mechanism, and it also requires us to have Astral Sorcery. And there's a little bit of Lordcraft sprinkled in, but we've already done this stuff, so this isn't really an issue right now. We already know how to do all of that. So rubies we can mine for. The star metal I think you can mine for, or you transmute iron ore, one of the two. Pure Fluix crystal might be something that we should look at, because I'm not entirely sure how that's made in this mod pack. It's like glowstone and Fluix seeds, we can make it in the phytogenic insulator. The enrichment chamber also for mechanism will do it. Okay, so that's some nice changes here. But this recipe also requires us to have celestial crystals, which requires us to be a little bit far in the mod pack. And this also requires the iridescent altar, which is the highest end altar in Astral Sorcery. That ruined marble texture, what is that? I guess that's probably a holiday themed Easter egg for that. I was like, I thought that might have been another mod or something, but I guess not. Okay, well anyway, let's start working on Astral Sorcery. Astral Sorcery is a magic mod, but I find it to be one of the better magic mods out there. It's really well thought out. Everything works pretty well. I like it. So in order for us to start, we have to do an Astral Tome. That's the first quest, which requires pure crystals and then some Aquamarine, which I'm not even sure if we have Aquamarine. Let's take a look. We do. Okay. So Aquamarine, we're doing... Oh, you know what? Let me go back to this. We will bookmark that, and then we're doing the Astral Tome. Make sure we bookmark that so we can get to that easily. So we need pure crystals. We have one. The pure crystal, we looked at doing that before, but I don't remember. That required the void catalyst, and then one of every other crystal. Okay, so we're going to need two of those, one more, and a book. All right, well, let me just go ahead and knock that out real quick. All right, cool. So we have pretty much everything ready to go for the pure crystals, except for the void catalyst, which was just some mana infused dust combined together to the mana infused shard, and then put that with the Eye of Ender. It was pretty simple to do. Anyway, we are ready to go here. Here's an Astral Tome, and if we take a look at this after the quest complete, discovery. So this will allow us to start jumping into Astral Sorcery. So the first thing we need to do is get these constellation papers. Ooh, Aquamarine, we got that quest complete. What else we got here? Oh, rock crystals as well. Okay, we'll claim all of those. Cool. So we did get ourselves some of the constellation papers. And I believe every time we put one of these into our... Oh, no, I guess they're already ready to go here. Yeah, having those in our inventory, if we didn't have them unlocked, would have unlocked them. But since we've already unlocked them, we're ready to go. So if we shift right click on the book, we can throw these into the book here just for storage. We'll use these other ones later when we unlock the other constellation. So I'll put those away for now. All right, cool. So now that we have this done, let's go back to the quest book. So the next one it wants us to do is Astral Sorcery Structures. It says you can find Astral Sorcery Structures mostly in Landia Dimension. You can find some random loot in them, some constellation papers, and also the rock crystal in the middle of the largest structure that will help you get started in magic. Yep, so we've seen all that stuff. Okay, so let's continue on here. Luminous Crafting says read the Astral Tome to learn through Astral Sorcery. So Luminous Crafting Table. It does require Starlight for this recipe, but this one says it does not. This one is just marble, sooty marble, and a crafting table. So I guess we could probably just knock this one out since we don't need Starlight for that. Okay, so let's do a crafting. Does it have to be a crafting station? Let's search for this. Luminous crafting. Bookmark that guy. Okay, so this one, no, it doesn't matter if it's the crafting station or not. All right, so we are gonna need crafting station, some marble. I think it was 4 marble, and then we need some sooty marble, which is marble wrapped around, I believe, coal. I should probably check that recipe. It could be changed in this mod pack, but I believe that is the default recipe, sooty marble. Okay, so we should have everything. Oh, 2 aqua. Now we should have everything. And there it is, luminous crafting table. My vision expands, you learn more about exploration. All right, and that quest is done. Moving on. So the next thing we want to do, probably the resonating wand. We need this for pretty much every craft. So that is 2 more aqua, an ender pearl, and some marble. Do I have extra marble? Not a whole lot on me. We're gonna have to go to Landia and like farm up a whole bunch of marble, unless I might have already done that and we have something here. I don't remember. We have this marble. This is the chisel, but I think you can chisel that marble into the astral. So we might be okay. Let's see if we can do that actually real quick. Let me grab my chisel, which is in here somewhere right here. All right, let's see if we can do that. So chisel this. Yeah, so we can chisel that. Ooh, you can chisel that into the runed marble too. That's quite nice. All right, well, chisel that all into the astral marble until our thing breaks or we get it all. All right, that seems good. That's all astral sorcery. That's chisel white concrete. We'll just put that back away for now. I'm gonna need to make a new chisel. That thing is just about gone, isn't it? All right, so we put that away and now we're good to go. Cool, so we want to make the astral wand, this guy, and we are missing a pearl. Whoop. Pearl. All right, so Fender pearl is fine. This one, that guy, there it is. Awesome. So now that we have the resonating wand, this will allow us to locate more of the astral crystals, the rock crystal stuff. If you hold that wand at nighttime, yeah, you should be able to see particles floating up above the blocks that contain the rock crystal. But we found a whole bunch of this stuff in the twilight and that, so that's not really necessary. You also need this to right click on the luminous crafting table to actually craft things, so it is quite useful for more than just locating the rock crystal. Light barrel, this will allow us to make liquid starlight. So this requires runed marble, chiseled marble, and more aquamarine and rock crystal. So aquamarine is going to be one of those things that we are going to need a whole lot of, isn't it? I don't remember if the aquamarine that we found was only found in Landia. It might be. So we're down to 2 more. Light barrel. What was it called? Starlight barrel. Go back to here. Light well. Light well. Light well. Okay, we need to bookmark that so I don't lose it as well. So light well, rune marble. Yeah, we can chisel for all of that. Okay, let me just go ahead and do that real quick. All right, guys. So we just came to Landia here, and we I dug straight down, got rid of the water that was up here blocking out the moonlight above our crystal, and we just placed down our luminous crafting table nearby the crystal, and we have starlight. Okay, so we're pretty much good to go here. So we should be able to do that, and it looks like that is craftable. So now we just right click on it with the resonating wand, and after a few moments here, it'll be crafted. There it is. Awesome. So there's our light well. That was pretty easy. All right, claim that. So the next thing it wants us to do is do liquid starlight, and then we can start doing the looking glass, stuff like that. There's a few other things that it wants us to craft. This is that something we can craft? Yeah, so we're gonna need aquamarine. So I guess probably one of the next things that I should do is either fly around this dimension and get a whole bunch of aquamarine just from chests and stuff by looting for it, or to see if there's aquamarine sand around that we can mine. And that's usually found in lakes and rivers. Yeah, that's definitely something that we are going to need if we continue on with this mod. I don't know if it actually spawns in the world like that, though. I'm not sure if we've seen it before. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and try and find some more of that stuff, and then we will continue on, guys. All right, guys, so we are back, and yeah, you can actually find aquamarine shale in Landia, but it is quite rare. I was looking at the uses for this, and if you smelt it, you get 3 of them. I wonder if we get 6 from our furnace. But anyway, this stuff is kind of hard to find. Like, I flew around for a little while, and I was able to find 3 of them. A lot of sand that I had to, like, dig through in order to find these, so it's not super common. But anyway, I want to start making ourselves liquid starlight, so we are going to do a couple things here. So I'm going to put a item conduit, and I'm going to put an ender fluid conduit right here. And we're going to put a light well on top of this with direct access to the sky. So the fluid conduit, we can extract light out of the bottom, the starlight that we're going to be making. Yeah, so only the fluid conduit. I was like, where's the item conduit? Doesn't connect because this is a fluid tank, right? So that's going to be set to insert only right there. And then we need to look at the bottom of this thing. So let me break that block. And on the fluid, we're going to be setting extract always active. Don't need a round robin since we're only going to the one thing. And then the item conduit, we're going to be setting to insert. Okay. So yeah, as far as I remember, you can insert items into the bottom of this thing, and you can extract fluids out of the bottom of this thing. But all the other sides don't appear to do anything else, as far as I know. So for right now, we're just going to go ahead and get that all hooked up, and then we need a chest, and then something to turn into liquid starlight. So if we do these different crystals here, we should be able to get some liquid starlight out of it anyway. So we need a chest here. This will be set to extract, always active. And then if we put this in here, that should go into the light well, which it did. And that is producing liquid starlight. Yep, definitely is doing that. And the liquid starlight goes over here into our portable tank. So if we fill this thing up full of different items, we can pretty much automate this, right? So that's really, really good. It does take a little bit of time. We need a full bucket of this. Now, there is one thing that I want to try. With this liquid starlight, if you have liquid starlight, you know how like a cobblestone farm works? You have lava and water together, and in the center, it creates cobblestone. If you do that same thing, except replace the water with liquid starlight, it makes sand. So lava plus liquid starlight makes sand. Now, I've seen in the past, when you do that, you have a chance of making the aquamarine shale. Not just sand, but like you'll get a low % chance that this stuff will form. So I kind of want to see if we can farm it up that way. That's what I'm really interested in right now. But we have to make a bucket of liquid starlight anyway for this quest, and it is going to be useful for later in this mod. So let's get ourselves a bucket, and we're going to try a little something here to see if we can get aquamarine shale this way, just so I know, and we don't have to worry about farming it the way we did before. Okay, so there's another quest complete. You know, I was going to come over here. Well, yeah, I guess I need another bucket because we do need lava. Let's go down here. Where's my lava generations? Right here. Cool. All right, so we have lava and we have the liquid starlight. So the next thing we want to do is build out a little thing that will make a liquid starlight, I guess a sand generator. I was going to say cobblestone farm, but it's not really cobblestone. Some kind of like a sand generator, so we can check this out if this is going to work. So liquid starlight flows like water, 7 blocks from the source, so 8 blocks long. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it should flow right to there. That should be fine. So if I place the liquid starlight in here, it should flow very rapidly to the very end, which it does. Awesome. And then we want to put lava on the other side. So we're going to do something kind of similar. So we want the lava. Yeah, we want the lava to float right here. So the lava needs to go out 3 blocks from the source. So that would be 1, 2, 3. right? So the source block would be right here, and then it should meet right there, and that should produce sand, I do believe. So let's get this figured out here. Again, this isn't going to be here for forever. This is kind of like, let's just see if this is going to work in this mod pack. We'll give it a go, try and farm up the stuff that we want to farm up. All right, so if I place lava there. Okay, so it turns it into sand on this block. Okay, that's fine. So below that block, we want to place a torch, and we will just torch trick the sand. Look at that, that's awesome. So we're just generating sand over and over again, and we are making a whole bunch of sand down here, but I don't know if some of that sand will turn into the aquamarine. That is what we're looking for here. So if that number goes up, we're good. If not, well, at least we can make sand, right? Yeah, this thing is really, really laggy and loud. So this is only requiring 1 bucket of liquid starlight. If I remove this, it all stops. If I put this back here, it all starts back up again. So you can see right there, we just got an aquamarine shell, another one right here. So this is working. So we're doing 8 long. We could probably even do longer than this with the one thing, since it goes like 7 blocks both directions, right? Anyway, so we just have torches down here. We're collecting a whole bunch of that into our drawer. And you can see right here, we have 23 aquamarine shale that we have collected. Yep, so I made an advanced item collector on a 1x2 drawer. And we're doing all right. No, can't complain about that. So I'll just go ahead and grab these out. Let's go and turn this off. This is like super, super laggy. And this is really going to be temporary. We're not going to leave this here in the base. But for right now, to get ourselves some aquamarine really quickly, that seems to work okay. So how much? Yeah, we are getting 6 per smelt. So that is really good on this aquamarine shale. I like it. So we will have plenty of this stuff now to go forward and to do the things that we want to do. Awesome. So again, according to our quest book, we have some things that we need to craft here. So that requires some liquid starlight, some marble and gold. I can go ahead and do that. What else did we have here? We had the starlight relays, the specter relays. That's glass lens. Yeah, so glass and aquamarine. Yeah, all that stuff's pretty simple. I'll go ahead and just craft these up and knock these quests out. All right, guys, so we're gonna make a holding 4 book. It's really not that expensive. It's a stack of chests, which, I mean, wood's really inexpensive, right? It's 12 lapis and the book and quill. 33 levels, though. So the levels are a little expensive, but we can farm for that just by vein mining, using our carrots for, like, infinite saturation, and then our tools that have the copper part so we get XP for mining, right? So that's pretty simple to do. This over here I want to upgrade with holding, though. I've upgraded it to the reinforced level, so we're at to 180 buckets that it can hold. But let's put holding 4 on there, and then it'll be able to hold a lot more. I'm not really sure how many buckets extra this will do, but I know holding 4 is generally pretty good as far as thermal things go for expanding out the capacity. So if we place that here, that costs 4 levels, and that's going to bring us up to 540 buckets being able to be stored, up from 180. That's not bad. And we can also increase it to the Signalum upgrade kit and then the resonant one for even further storage increase. So that was what, how many levels? 4 levels? Yeah, that's really not bad. There we go. Awesome. So holding for 540 buckets, that's going to hold all of the liquid starlight I think that we're going to need. I don't know, maybe there's a recipe later on that's going to require us to have like thousands of buckets of this stuff, but for right now, for our purposes, it should be okay. Now I went to the Twilight and I collected all of the rock crystals that we had previously mined, and I put all the ones in here that have purity 50% or less. These are the crystals that we just don't really want to mess with. They're all like kind of garbage tier. I did see that we had a crystal that was like a 90% one, this one right here, so that's really good. That just takes a little bit of effort to get that purity to 100%, and then we got to work on duplicating that one if we're going to do a whole lot with these rock crystals, which I don't think we really will. But anyway, so we have a bunch of these rock crystals ready to go. So our next quest here wanted us to upgrade our, what was it? The luminous crafting table to the starlight crafting altar. Now I did make a mistake. I was thinking that the luminous crafting table had to be put by those floating rock things, and I thought that because the book was talking about that. A normal crafting table has to be put by one of those floating rock things in order for it to do luminous crafting. This particular thing just has to be sky exposed. At nighttime, this bar goes up, so we don't actually need to take this to the Landia dimension. Anyway, so our next goal here is to upgrade this particular table to the Starlight crafting altar. So to do this, we have to have a rock crystal, some marble pillars, chiseled marble, liquid starlight. All of this stuff is pretty easy for us to do. We already have the pillars, I believe. Marble. So 4 of those pillars, 2 of the chiseled marble. We need crystal, which we can get, and then a liquid starlight bucket, which is really, really easy now since we have all this stuff ready to go. All right, so we will grab 1 bucket of starlight. We're up to 24 buckets of it already. That's really good. Okay. Oh, and then we need a crystal, right? Let's just put in one of these. No, that's fine. We'll just put in one of these. That's fine. I was gonna grab one of the really garbage ones, but it doesn't matter if we turn it into liquid starlight or if we craft with it. They're still just kind of garbage here. So, right click. Oh, we can't do that. We need more starlight available, and we'll have to wait till nighttime. This thing does fill all the way up at nighttime. But yeah, unfortunately, we have to wait till night in order to do this craft. Well, the sun has just completely almost disappeared over the horizon, and our luminous crafting table is all the way full on starlight juice. So right-clicking this still doesn't allow it to do anything. Now it goes. You know what? That's weird. I wonder if the bar for this like extends off the screen that you can't see, and there's like some hidden thing over here. Because it looked like it was completely full before, but right-clicking on it didn't actually do anything. Well, anyway, it's doing its thing right now, and this thing is going to be completely broken. We won't be able to use it until we give it the multi-block structure that this thing needs. Yeah, you can see it's got a red bar, which is signifying that we can't do anything with it. So if we go back to the tome here, and we go into this one, the Starlight Crafting Altar, we can see the multi-block structure that we have to build and place this on top of in order for it to function. So sooty marble, the marble bricks, the regular, I guess that's just regular marble, the pillar and the chisel. So we need to put all that stuff together, make the multi-block, and then this thing should function again. So I just got back from the nether, and I found a whole bunch of nether iron ore. We're smelting in our endless furnace to get these iron ores. So we need the iron ore specifically for converting into the star metal stuff. So if we do astral linking, this is our next goal that we need to do. We need some sticks, a rock crystal aquamarine, and some wood. That's all pretty easy for us to do. So wood, grab some of that. Pretty sure we have sticks over here. We do. Aqua. Was there anything else that we needed? Just a crystal, which we should have in here. Cool. So our altar is set up and ready to go again. We have the multi-block structure. And I don't know about you guys, but I find that the Christmas light texture is like super, super distracting. Not a fan, gotta say. Anyway, so we'll put that into here, and then we just need to wand that to make it. So yeah, we did end up making this Phosic resonator and the grindstone and the spectral relay and then a looking glass. So we have all that stuff done. And then when I was in the Landia dimension, I saw a shooting star, so I went over there to go like capture it or whatever. It blew up in my face and it just dropped a shining casing. So I'm not actually sure what this thing does. It says something is shining inside the casing, right click to open. And this is on the ground, it glows. Anyway, so right click and we get ourselves a lucent scroll. The scroll has some pale scribblings on it. Right click it to add it to your tome. Gained knowledge about nocturnal powder, spawn types, and rarity. Well, anyway, we got ourselves our linking tool. This is what we were looking for. Unfortunately, we do have to go back to the Landia dimension for us to do anything further. Well, at least to get the star metal stuff, until we can make our own collector crystal, or a floating crystal, I guess. So now that we are here in this dimension, we should be able to place down some iron. Like so. That should be just fine. And then we right click the linking tool from here to there. So that should start transmutating that block into what we're looking for. And I can just right click it and it'll just take that much longer, but it'll convert all of these eventually into the star metal. So we got our 1 star metal ore here, and I'll just go ahead and break that. Cool, so we have one of them. Yeah, we're just gonna convert a whole bunch of iron into the star metal because we are gonna need it. All right, guys, so I went ahead and I grabbed the star metal ore that we crafted, and I have smelted it into the star metal ingots. Now, this stuff, we can take it and put it through our pulverizer, for instance, and turn it into the star metal dust. The dust is used in a few different recipes. But yeah, the important thing is that we have the star dust and the star metal because we need both of those in order to do anything further in Astral Sorcery. Well, I did go ahead and I made this telescope. The telescope was made using that looking glass we made earlier and some other things like that. We're going to claim the RAK for that. And I have the telescope sitting up here on top of this tree. One of the next things that we're going to have to do in this mod is wait for nighttime where it's not raining. Then we look through here and then we got to play connect the dots and find the constellations. Yeah, we have to discover all of the different constellations that we have the constellation papers for. If we right click the book and we go into constellations, you can see these are the ones that we actually know about and we have the papers for, and we have to discover those in the sky. Yep. So those are things that we'll be working on in the future in this mod. For today, though, we're going to go ahead and call it. Yep. We got a bunch of stuff done today, which is fantastic. We got ourselves the, what is that, the 3rd tier? Well, I mean, I guess if you consider a crafting table with the luminous stuff, the 1st tier, I guess this is the actual 2nd tier of the mod. Not bad. We got ourselves a multi-block structure. We have a automatic way to collect the liquid starlight. It finally broke one of these crystals, actually. So we're on the 2nd rock crystal. It looked like it made 60 buckets of liquid starlight with that first one, which seems like an awful lot, but I don't know. Maybe that's what it's supposed to be. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.